This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Bullet Premier Model 29 RK. I'm just going to go over some of the highlights for you. It's kind of like a walkthrough video. Okay, so you have power awning with LED strips and as well as outside. This is going to be a small kitchen. You got running water and you got a refrigerator, and that pulls out, of course. This is power out and then TV signal out in case you want to put a TV out here. And this has got a backing plate for a mounting bracket there, if you can see that. Okay, your water heater. The switches to control it are inside, but this is the drain plug right here, and it goes right on here. That takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket to fit on there, so keep that in mind. You have to have an extension too, so you can spin your ratchet. So that's where you drain it at. Like I said, this works on, or I was going to say, this works on gas and electric or electric. So the switches are inside the trailer. I'll show you that when we get in there. Let's see what we got here. So this is just a pass-through storage. You got cranks there, 2 different kinds of cranks. One just a 3/4 inch, and the other one has a cylinder with a slot cut through it. I'll show you what that does in a minute here. Okay, so you have a power tongue jack, and if you pull this plug out of it, you can put a 3/4 inch socket or that crank on there and crank it manually if you need to. You got a deep cycle marine battery, and keep in mind that red button right there, or knob actually, is a kill switch for the battery. 2 LP tanks that are full. My drill here. Okay. So let me look here. Okay. We get a better view. This is a sprayer, of course. This is your hitch down here. We'll show you how that works when you come to pick it up. Now, you can fill this water right here. This is a fresh water tank fill. So if you don't have city water where you're camping at, you can fill it here and then use the outboard pump to pump the water. Just normal city water connections, which most places do, you'll just hook it up right there and you're all set. And this is let's see, this is a black tank flush here. So if you dump your black tank at the dump station and leave your valve open, you can hook the hose here at the dump station, turn it on, and it'll spray out the inside of the tank. Water heater bypass and winterizing knob, so you can set those from out here. So that's a good thing. Cable and satellite through. These are the switches for your power stabilizers. Okay. We're still cleaning this right here, so it's a little soapy. Your black and gray tank here. Okay, always dump the black tank first, then the gray tank. That way the gray water, which is sink and shower water, will wash out the black water, which is toilet water and waste. So that's a good thing. Just so you know, this type of slide out you have is called an AccuSlide. All right. You have a 50 amp cord that's reduced down to a 30 amp right here. This is a 50 amp system. Okay. And here is your second black tank, or excuse me, your second gray tank dump valve right here. So you have 2 gray tanks. One's going to be a galley tank, and then one's going to be a bathroom tank. You have a ladder, which is a great thing because the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. Look for cracking or separation at the sealant. Look for damage by low branches, things like that. Okay, and this telling us that it's pre-wired for a backup camera. One last thing here. This is a quick connect right here for your LP system, so you can add a grill or whatever you choose to. Okay, let's get inside. The heat's running. So your thermostat works like any other thermostat. You just go through the mode. Right now we're on heat, obviously. You set the temperature up and down, and the fan. Try to, if they give you an option, try to always run the fan on auto. Okay. This device down here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. So if it should always be green. If it's not, get it serviced. If it goes off, you're going to take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, and figure out what's going on. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. It's a low battery alarm. So let me set it off for here. LP is good. Carbon monoxide coming up. Good. And then low battery alert. Okay. And then back to green. Like I said, it should always be green. You want to strap your TV when you're traveling so it doesn't fly open. Alright. Okay. Let's look around here. This is a hide-a-bed, so you pull the back cushions off, fold it out. There's 3 panels. 2 panels that fold out, and then of course the back panel folds into place at the head of the bed, so you got 3 panels. Alright, try to always, when you're traveling, you want to tie your at least the legs together at the center. But they do give you straps. You're not going to keep the chairs from moving, but you just don't want them to fly around and break something. Okay. Pantry. Put the shelves wherever you choose. This is a 12-volt refrigerator, so it runs on 12 volts. DC. Microwave. Range hood with a fan and a light, of course. Your range here, this is the sparker. You turn this clockwise to spark it, right? So let me see here. There you go. So it's that simple. You just one knob freeze burner, obviously, and you turn it clockwise to spark it. The oven is a little different. Down at the bottom here, all the way to the back, there's a pilot light. You can see me sparking it, hopefully. Yep. So what you do is you go to the oven knob, which is all the way to the right. You go to the picture of the pilot light. You depress it and keep it depressed. Then with this, your left hand, you're going to spark this, turning it clockwise until you see the pilot light down here light. After it lights, you still hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up, and then you go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. GFCI here, there's probably 2 of them in this trailer. Even the plug on the outside is run through a GFCI, all of them are. So if you're using one that is not an actual GFCI and it pops, or stops working, it's popped in here, just so you know. Every one of these plugs is run through a GFCI. And then you have a pop-up here with plugs and USB chargers. Okay, let me look for the stuff here. Here we go. So this is your remote for your fireplace, on off. So you can set the flame, the look of the flame, like you see, change colors. You can set a timer, so you could have it. Let's say you get up at the same time every morning. You could have it turn on 15 minutes before you get up to take the heat out of, or the cool out of it, and start to heat things up. It runs on 110 AC, so you won't be using any of your limited supply of LP, so that's good. You have thermostat up and down, all the usual stuff. Now, the next remote is, obviously this is your TV remote. I want to go through that with you, but this is your remote for your sound here. So let me get over here. So you can play CDs and DVDs through here. You got 2 speaker zones, zone 1 and zone 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. You can stream off a USB here, so you can take all your albums with you and put them on convert it to MP3s and put them on this stick and just take everything with you. It also has Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with your phone or tablet. This HDMI is an in. So if, let's say you had a game machine for kids or grandkids for rainy weekends, you would just set it right here, plug it in, or sorry, set it right here, plug it in, and then go straight into the system that way. Okay? So there's a lot of different things it does. It does more. It does everything you need to do and more, is what it comes down to. So, okay. All right. So let me look around and see if I What else I have to point out? I think we've got pretty much everything here. In this room anyway. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. So the bathroom works like any other RV bathroom. It has another GFCI here. Remember I told you all the plugs are wired through one. Shower and sink work like any other shower and sink. The RV toilet, if you're not familiar with them, you have to have water in the black tank before you use it. Let me get over here. There's the flush pedal right there. So directly below is your black tank. So what you do is, before you start using it, when you get to the campsite, you hook up your water and your power, obviously. You'll put a dose of chemical in the bowl. Then, because the water's hooked up, you'll step here and water will come swirling out. You put at least a gallon of water in the tank with the chemical before you start using it. Otherwise the smell will be unbearable. Let's put it this way, you'll only do it one time. So if you make the mistake of not putting water and chemical in it, you'll only do it once. So, alright, so you got some storage underneath your bed. You have an escape window right here, of course. This is your power converter. This converts AC to DC power. So what it does, it takes 100 and, let me see if I can get this open with my fingernails here. There we go. It takes 110 AC and converts it to 12 volt DC. So you got regular 110 AC circuit breakers here, just like you'd see at home. And then they're all labeled here, of course. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, and you got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. If the fuses blow, they'll light up and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. And also, importantly, this is a battery tender, so it'll always sense how much energy your battery has and needs, and it'll keep it charged up. If it is already charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs. But as long as you're plugged in, it'll keep your battery charged. Alrighty. Mounting plate for a TV, and then there's your hookups right there. This is a 50 amp system, so with this sticker, I haven't read it, but I'm sure it's telling us that this is pre-wired for a second air conditioner. So the air conditioner would fit right in here, and it's like I said, it's already wired for 50 amps, so you would put it right in here if you ever wanted to add one. Okay? Alright, so I think that covers everything. Let me look around a bit. Oh, I didn't do the control panel. Okay. So your control panel, you set your level, you check your levels right here. Batteries charged, fresh water, black water. Only one black tank, so you just pay attention to number 1, number 2, and number 3. They're all empty. They graduate up at 1/3 increments as it fills. To turn your water pump on, you do that. You would use that if you're pumping water out of your fresh water tank. If you're at a campground that doesn't have city water, also use that for winterizing. The trailer is winterized right now, so it's ready for the winter. You can light the water heater on gas right there, electric there. Always make sure you got water in the tank before you turn that on, or you'll burn out the heating element real quickly, okay? Your slide room button, and then of course your power awning button. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're leaving the campsite, make sure you roll your awning in so it doesn't get damaged. Okay? Okay, I think that's it then. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I told you about inspecting your roof. That's very important. And also keep in mind it is winterized right now, so you'll have to de-winterize it before you use it, okay? Thank you.